Ever feel like, you're standing on the edge of something huge, like a whole new world, but maybe not sure how to even take that first step?
Yeah, I get that.
That's kind of how I feel about AI right now.
Oh, totally.
It's exciting, but also a little overwhelming, you know?
Absolutely. There's so much hype, it's easy to feel lost.
Exactly. Luckily, we have Unlock Your Future, this, like, roadmap packed with resources and tips. It's like our guidebook for this deep dive we're doing.
And it's a good one. What surprised me most wasn't the what of AI, but the who it's for.
Oh, how so?
It really drives home that AI isn't just for, like, coding geniuses anymore. It's way more accessible now.
Right, that's a relief, honestly. Full disclosure, I'm way more of a drag and drop tech person myself, so this guide is saying even I could potentially build something with AI.
Absolutely. That's the exciting shift. Unlock Your Future highlights. Many of today's powerful AI tools are built on code that's surprisingly accessible. It's less about knowing every single programming language out there.
Okay, so less about being a coding wizard, more about being a strategic thinker who knows how to use these tools.
Exactly. It's more about understanding the core concepts and how to apply them. That's what really matters.
That makes AI way less intimidating and a lot more exciting. But let's be honest, there's a ton of information out there. Where do we even begin?
That's where the toolkit approach in the guide is really helpful. It recognizes that everyone learns differently, so instead of a one-size-fits-all, it's more like a buffet of resources. You can pick and choose what works best for you.
Ooh, buffet's my kind of learning. So what's on the menu? Give me the highlights.
Well, for those who like structure, Unlock Your Future recommends online courses, especially Andrew Ng's machine learning on Coursera.
I've heard of that. It's super popular.
It's legendary in the AI world. People who finish it are like AI black belts.
Legendary, like everyone knows it, legendary, like actually life-changing legendary.
Life-changing. Ng just gets how to explain complex algorithms in a way that clicks. It's challenging, but incredibly rewarding.
Okay, noted. Challenge accepted, eventually. But for visual learners like me, anything beyond lectures and textbooks.
Absolutely. The guide's a big fan of YouTube, specifically 3 Blue, 1 Brown. They use amazing visuals to break down tough math concepts, and it's actually beautiful to watch.
Oh, I've seen their videos. The ones on calculus made me feel like I understood what was going on for once.
Right, they're great. So you've got structured courses and engaging videos. What if you're more hands-on?
Ooh, yeah, that's more my style.
Then you'll love Centex.
Yeah.
All about practical coding tutorials. They walk you step by step through building real projects, like having a coding buddy right there with you.
Okay, I see why this toolkit approach is so smart. It's all about finding that learning style that works for you, which is key, because otherwise it's easy to lose motivation.
Exactly. And for those with limited time, the guide recommends 2-minute papers on YouTube.
What's that?
They summarize the latest AI research papers, but super concise and engaging. Perfect for staying updated when you only have a few minutes.
Like the AI version of scrolling through your newsfeed, but way more insightful.
Exactly. And for those times you do want to go deep, nothing beats a good book.
I'm with you there. Nothing like curling up with a physical book, highlighting key passages, letting it all sink in. What does Unlock Your Future recommend for us bookworms?
It highlights artificial intelligence, a modern approach. Don't let the title scare you. It covers so much in a really engaging way, even philosophical stuff about the nature of intelligence.
Ooh, getting deep. And for someone who wants theory and practice something to bridge that gap between understanding and actually building.
Hands-on machine learning might be perfect. All about learning by doing. They guide you through real-world projects while explaining the concepts.
Love it. Like learning to cook by actually getting in the kitchen, not just reading recipes. So far, this toolkit is impressive. We've got courses, videos, books. Anything else?
What about on-the-go learning? Unlock Your Future suggests podcasts, specifically Tech Frontiers, the 2ML AI podcast, and Data Skeptic. They have really insightful discussions and interviews.
Genius. Learning during my commute at the gym, like a pocket-sized AI expert.
Right.
Okay, this is already a goldmine, but where do we actually begin with all this?
That's where Unlock Your Future really shines. It gives a clear, actionable plan to turn all this knowledge into, well, action.
Okay, I'm all ears. What's step 1?
It starts with choosing your own adventure, figuring out what truly excites you about AI.
I love that. Like we're on a quest, and the first step is choosing our character class.
Exactly. And just like in those epic quests, choosing the right path makes all the difference.
So are we talking like machine learning mages or data science warriors or what?
Exactly. What do you dream of building? Algorithms to predict the stock market. AI to personalize education.
Ooh, or AI-powered art. Something that pushes the boundaries of creativity.
See, you're already tapping into that passion. That's what Unlock Your Future encourages, finding where your interests meet AI's potential. Because when you're genuinely excited about something...
The learning just flows, right? It's not a chore, it's an adventure.
Exactly.
Mm.
So what gets you fired up about AI? What problems do you want to solve?
That's such a good question. And honestly, one I haven't let myself fully explore yet, but that's the beauty of this whole process, right?
Exactly. It's about discovery as much as it is about learning.
Okay, so we've identified our passion. We've got our trusty toolkit. What's next on this epic AI quest?
That's where we roll up our sleeves and dive into the fundamentals, laying the groundwork for our AI empires, you could say.
Okay, so less about grand visions, more about getting our hands dirty with the building blocks.
Exactly. It's about understanding the core principles that make all this AI magic possible. And Unlock Your Future provides a fantastic roadmap for doing just that. It's like we're building a skyscraper. You wouldn't build that on shaky ground.
Oh, definitely not.
Same with AI. Unlock Your Future emphasizes getting those core concepts down first. Solid foundation, everything else builds on that.
Makes sense. Where does it recommend focusing first? AI is so vast. It's like staring at a map of the entire world, not sure which continent to even pick.
I love that analogy. The guide actually provides a compass for that. It suggests starting with how machines actually learn, specifically something called supervised learning.
Supervised learning. Okay, break that down for me. What is that in a nutshell?
Imagine teaching a dog a new trick. You give commands, show them what to do, reward them when they get it right. Supervised learning is similar. We feed the algorithm labeled data, so we tell it what each piece of information represents. And from that, it learns to make predictions or classifications.
So if I wanted to build an AI that identifies different types of flowers in pictures, we'd show it tons of images, each labeled with the correct flower type.
Exactly. And the more labeled data we give it, the better it gets at recognizing patterns. Then it can make accurate predictions on new images it's never seen before.
So it's all about pattern recognition and prediction. What are some other key concepts the guide highlights early on?
Once you get supervised learning, it suggests diving into a specific type of algorithm. Decision trees.
Decision trees. That sounds almost too simple for AI. What are those?
They're powerful. Imagine a flowchart. Each step, you answer a yes or no question about the data. Based on the answers, you're guided down different branches until you reach a final decision.
So for our flower AI, the decision tree might ask, does the flower have petals? If yes, how many? What color are they? And so on.
Exactly. And decision trees are very intuitive. You can visualize the process, which is super helpful when you're starting out.
It's like peeking behind the curtain, seeing the wizardry. But decision trees are just one piece of the AI puzzle, right? Where do we go from there once the basics are down?
Unlock Your Future is to gradually expand, moving from simpler algorithms like decision trees to more complex ones, like support vector machines, and eventually the rock stars, neural networks.
Neural networks. I knew we'd get there. They're everywhere these days. Self-driving cars, those eerily accurate music recommendations. What makes them so special?
Neural networks are inspired by the human brain. They have interconnected nodes that process and transmit information just like neurons.
Okay, so imagine a massive network of points, each one processing info and passing it along.
Yes, and the magic's in the connections between those points, called synapses. Each connection has a weight, which determines how strong the signal is that passes through.
So the network learns by adjusting those weights based on the data it's fed.
You got it. It's like fine-tuning a complex soundboard. With enough data, the network fine-tunes those connections to make insanely accurate predictions.
That's mind-blowing. No wonder neural networks are behind some of the coolest stuff happening in AI. Even with your explanation, it feels like magic, honestly. How do we even start building something that complex?
That's the cool part. You don't have to start from scratch. Unlock Your Future says there are tons of pre-trained neural networks out there ready to use or adapt.
So it's like having a library of AI modules we can just plug and play.
Exactly. And many are open source, so they're free to use, modify, or build upon.
That's amazing. It's like this treasure trove of AI knowledge and tools. But with so much power at our fingertips, it makes you wonder, how do we make sure we're using it responsibly?
That's crucial, and Unlock Your Future has a whole section on the ethical implications of AI.
Good. With great power comes great responsibility, right?
100%. The guide says as we dive deeper into AI, it's not just about what we can do, it's about what we should do.
So it's not just building the coolest algorithms, but thinking about the consequences and using it for good.
Exactly. The human element is crucial. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used in good ways or bad ways.
It's on us, the ones building and using these tools, to make sure AI is ethical. That's a powerful message.
And the guide doesn't shy away from that. It encourages readers to really think about the potential biases in data, the implications for privacy, the importance of being transparent and accountable in how AI is developed.
It's like we're not just coding algorithms, we're coding the future. And that future needs to be one where AI benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Right on. It's about using AI to create a more equitable, sustainable, and prosperous world for everyone.
That's a future I want to be a part of.
Okay, we've talked about building a strong foundation, exploring different algorithms, always thinking about the ethics. But what about when the learning curve gets tough?
Unlock your future. Doesn't sugarcoat it. Learning AI can be challenging. There'll be frustration, confusion, maybe even self-doubt.
Oh, tell me about it. Those moments where you're staring at lines of code feeling like it's a foreign language. I've been there.
But those moments aren't failures. They're opportunities for growth. That's what the guide emphasizes.
It's about changing our perspective, right? Seeing
Yeah.
challenges as part of the process.
Exactly. Unlock Your Future is all about developing a growth mindset. View challenges as opportunities to learn, adapt, and become more resilient. You know, it's funny. We started off feeling like AI was this, massive mountain to climb, kind of intimidating. But going through Unlock Your Future, it's become more about the journey itself than reaching the peak.
I love that. And like any good journey, having the right map is key. That's where the guide's focus on building your AI toolkit comes in.
Right. It's like we got this treasure map, and now we're gathering the tools, the supplies we need for this AI expedition. What are some must-haves for this adventurer's packing list?
Well, the guide stresses that a good grasp of math is essential. It's like having a sturdy compass on this journey.
Math. Okay, what kind of math are we talking about?
Things like linear algebra, calculus, and statistics. They're the foundation of how AI algorithms actually work.
Yeah, see, math isn't really my strong suit. The guy does say you don't need to be a math whiz to get started, though, right?
Definitely. It emphasizes that there are tons of resources out there. You can brush up on these concepts or even learn from scratch. Online courses, tutorials. Just got to find what clicks for you.
That's good to know. I'm all for a challenge, but I also believe in working smarter, not harder. So once we've got our math skills sorted, what else is on this AI packing list?
Unlock Your Future really stresses choosing the right programming language. It's like picking your weapon of choice for this adventure.
Ooh, I like that. So what are the heavy hitters? What's our trusty sword? What's our magic staff in the AI world?
Python is definitely the reigning champ, the trusty sword, for sure. It's known for being beginner-friendly, super versatile, and there's a huge ecosystem of libraries specifically for AI and data science.
Libraries, like actual libraries full of AI books, because I'm not sure my digital self is ready for that.
Not quite. Think of them as collections of code, pre-written, like ready-made building blocks for your AI projects.
Okay, so instead of starting from zero every time, we can use these libraries to speed things up.
Exactly. It's like having a whole team of expert AI engineers working behind the scenes, giving you the tools you need to build something amazing.
Okay, this is making AI feel way more doable. It's not about being a lone genius coding away in isolation. It's more collaborative, right?
100%. Unlock Your Future is big on that. AI is a team sport. It's about sharing what you know, working together on projects, building on each other's work.
It's like we're all on this grand adventure together, each of us with our own unique skills and experiences.
Exactly. The guide really encourages readers to find those opportunities to collaborate, join online forums, go to meetups, maybe even contribute to open source projects.
That's what's so cool about AI right now. It feels really open and inclusive, like everyone's welcome. And there's this shared goal, this drive to explore the unknown and use AI for good.
And Unlock Your Future really captures that spirit. It's not just about learning about AI, but about being a part of shaping where it goes.
So as we wrap things up here, what's the one piece of advice from Unlock Your Future that you want our listeners to take away? What should they carry with them as they start their own AI journey?
It all starts with a single step. Don't let the complexity AI scare you off. You don't need to know everything before you even begin. Pick something that excites you, figure out how you learn best, and don't be afraid to ask for help. There's a whole community out there ready to support you.
That's great advice. It's about embracing the unknown, being open to learning new things, and having fun with it. And who knows, you might just surprise yourself with what you can achieve. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Unlock Your Future. It's been an incredible journey, and we can't wait to see what amazing things you create.